Oh, gigabash is something that I've been talking about a lot, and I've been wanting to do a video like this where I talk about comments that you guys give me over like what kaiju you'd want to see or something like that. And today I'm going to go ahead and do that video. I have posted videos asking for ideas and comments like that on YouTube, TikTok, and some Facebook groups that I'm in, and no one answered on YouTube. A few people answered on TikTok, and a whole lot more than I thought would answered on the Facebook group. So I'm going to go over all of those today, just so that we can see what everyone wants to see. And some of these ideas were really cool. Some of them were just from stuff that I haven't seen yet. So yeah, if you're one of the people that commented on this and you see this video, thank you for commenting. And let's jump into the video with the first comment. I figured we'd start off with the comment from TikTok because there was only one comment on there. Thank you to the person who commented. The comment says, Gamera, Saiyan Great Ape, and Gypsy Danger. These are three amazing ideas. I'll go ahead and talk about each of them separately so that we can actually talk about them and how they would be in the game. And just, I don't know, give them all, I guess, a little point to talk about with all of them, I guess. But yeah, Gamera I'm going to save for the end because if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know for a fact that I absolutely love Gamera, like, just to an insane amount. He's my favorite kaiju in general, so I'll save that for the end where I'll talk about my dream chapter, basically. But yeah, let's talk about the Saiyan Great Ape and Gypsy Danger really fast. The Saiyan Great Ape would be absolutely awesome. It could be to where there could be a skin with the Saiyan armor on, where it's like broken off and stuff because he grew too big. There could be a skin where it's... Oh, actually, whenever it gets big, like whenever it goes into the Giga mode or whatever it's called, I think it's called Giga mode, but whenever it does that, it could go blonde, like it's a Super Saiyan Great Ape. That would be really cool. There's a lot of things that they could do with this that would absolutely work and make it one of the most hype chapters, or not chapter, I'm thinking of Dead by Daylight, DLCs, like, just in general for this game. But I also think that we are more likely to see something like King Kong from, you know, the King Kong movies, or if they wanted to do a MonsterVerse chapter, they would probably use King Kong for that. But I think we would also maybe more likely see George from Rampage, just something that's actually in the kaiju genre. This is absolutely a kaiju, I think we can all agree to that, but this is a ape that doesn't really exist in the normal kaiju spectrum of things. Like, the main demographic that plays Gigabash probably would probably be quicker to understand who King Kong is than the Saiyan Great Ape. But also, this is a huge franchise. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, all that is super huge, so I mean, this would be awesome to see, but we're probably more likely to see an ape like King Kong or George. But this is still an amazing idea that I would love to see. Maybe they could do a monkey DLC just with all three of those that I mentioned. That would be really cool. We could get those three, maybe a fourth one that's original, that's just Bigfoot or something. That would be really cool. But yeah, I would love to see this, but I feel like we're probably going to see King Kong or George first. I think Rampage would be a really cool one. But yeah, would absolutely be an amazing idea. On to the next idea that this comment had, which was Gypsy Danger. Okay, if you haven't seen Pacific Rim, go and watch that, please. But also, it's basically just a mech versus kaiju movie. It has really good action, and it's just a really good movie. Don't watch the sequel, though. That was a waste of an hour and a half. But yeah, this is an absolutely amazing idea. Just the other day, I was thinking about how this game needs more mechs. I was also thinking like Gundam or something like that. But I would absolutely love to see Pacific Rim come in, especially if it's Gypsy Danger and then a few of the kaiju. There are some kaiju in that are really cool. We could get some really, really sick stuff out of a DLC that's all about Pacific Rim, or even if it was just a mech DLC. I think they should do some more, like, some DLCs that are just straight up themed, like, ape monsters, like I said, or the mechs, like this is. I just think that would be awesome. But yeah, this is a really good comment. Some great ideas. But yeah, let's move on to the next comment, which comes from this Facebook group. Kaiju are unusually tall! Exclamation point. The first comment I appreciate a lot because it's short, simple, and straight to the point. Anguirus, Mothra, and Space Godzilla. We can tell exactly what they're trying to do with a new Godzilla DLC, and I absolutely dig every single one of their choices. First of all, we've got Anguirus, which absolutely deserves some more respect. I love this dude. Just the other day, whenever I made my last gigabash video, I talked about how we need a kaiju that walks on all fours, just I don't know, liven stuff up, since all of the kaiju we have are like normal, they walk like humans type of things. Either that or they fly. And I think that this would be amazing, just because he walks on all fours, and they could do the roll-up attack that he does, like he rolls up and then launches himself forward like Sonic. That would be really cool. Just a lot of things they could do with Anguirus that I would absolutely dig, honestly. This is one that they would have to be, like, creative with the moves and stuff, because, like I said, he has a few really good moves, but some of them are really simplistic. So if they wanted more flashy moves like they have with other owned kaiju that they have, they would have to come up with something really flashy and cool for him. But, I mean, even if they didn't, I think Anguirus just normal would be absolutely awesome. The next kaiju that comment talked about was Mothra, and Mothra always deserves some love. I've been playing a mobile game. I think it's Godzilla Battleground or something like that. It's just a little mobile game. It's kind of like I have no idea, honestly. I'm blanking on what the other game is called, but there's a super move for all of your leaders, and Mothra's is that she flaps her wings and the dust particles come out and burn stuff whenever it walks into it. And I think that that would be a really cool super move for her to have just in general, even if it doesn't fill the entire battleground, just like all of the parts in front of her whenever she uses her like big super move that you have to get the destroy the sphere for. I think that would be really cool. She could be kind of like Ghidorah, where she's like, she can attack on the ground, but she's just better on the in the air, which I think would fit Mothra really well. But if they wanted to do something a little bit like different than all of the other types of stuff that they do with their monsters, they could make it to where Mothra starts out as the larva, and then like whenever you get the big giga form or whatever it's called, she becomes the actual Mothra. I think that would be cool. Give it two sets of different abilities, or maybe even once you evolve, you stay as Mothra for the rest of the game. Ooh, as the larva, you like have double points for the giga meter or whatever. That would be cool. And then once it fills up, you can evolve and then become Mothra. That would be pretty cool. I think that would be cool. So yeah, Mothra would absolutely... That's already a need in this game. As soon as you put Godzilla in something, you already need Mothra in it. I'm surprised they didn't put Mothra in it in the first DLC, but it's fine. We're gonna eventually get her. We already know that, because, I mean, Mothra's too cool not to get, honestly. And a huge part of the Godzilla, like, everything, the lore, the fandom, literally everything. So it would be weird if we didn't get Mothra. The next one they talked about in this comment is Space Godzilla. This is a no-brainer. This is something we absolutely need. I think making it to where Space Godzilla can float or fly or something would be cool, just because of the anti-gravitational stuff that Godzilla always has, like the crystals and stuff. I think that having it to where the one of the block moves where you like block and press square is Space Godzilla jumping up and like pushing them away or something because of the gust of wind would be cool. There's a lot of stuff that they could do with Space Godzilla. I just don't really know like exactly what they would do with him, because he is a weird character that's like, he has a lot of the same exact abilities as Godzilla, but he also has a few that are on the weirder side. So they would absolutely have to do the ones that are weirder, because we already have regular Godzilla in the game, and I don't think they would want to do a carbon copy of Godzilla. But yeah, this is one with a lot of potential. The next comment says, I'd love to see Moo, the dragon obviously, from the Monster Rancher anime. I wonder if TMS Entertainment / Koei Tecmo would be down to collab. I'm really glad they said the dragon, obviously, in parentheses, because I had no idea what Monster Rancher is, but it looks absolutely sick. And after looking up the dragon in question, I have to say that this is absolutely something I want in Gigabash. This is a show that I'm probably going to have to watch now just because of this dragon dude. I don't know if this is the villain or the good guy or whatever. This seems like a villainous type of look, though. So I'm going to go ahead and guess he's the villain of this anime. If the person that commented that or anyone else that knows what Monster Rancher is, please tell me what it is, because this looks insane. But yeah, this is absolutely a really good design and looks like it would fit perfectly in with all of the other kaiju and Gigabash. I mean, seriously, this thing looks kind of like Goragong, but with a little bit of fur and a longer neck, kind of, and wings. They could do a lot with this. Just looking at it, I feel like it has a lot of weird abilities from the show, but I don't really know, so I'm basically just gonna leave it off at this looks like a really good design for Gigabash, and it looks like a show that I would absolutely love. But I haven't seen it, so don't really have that much more to say about it. But yeah, if you know about this anime, tell me if it's good. It looks awesome. Okay, this comment, this next one that we're talking about is a little bit longer. It says, I want the huge bird from the giant claw. I would so love to see that. Actually, just some kind of international monster movie pack would be amazing. Repticulus for Denmark, Gorgo for UK, Wangamagi for South Korea, Jotnar from Troll Hunter, Norway, that would be sick actually, Garadu from Thailand, Mighty Peking Man from Hong Kong, the Giant Claw from USA. Come on, this would be really cool. Probably most people wouldn't choose the Giant Claw to represent the USA, but this is my list. I honestly don't know what I would pick to, like, represent the USA in a kaiju battle, but I had no idea what the giant claw was, but after seeing the picture of this thing, I'm gonna have to watch it, because this thing is just pure nightmare fuel. It looks like something that doesn't belong in a kaiju movie, but in a game like Zookosis or something. This thing is just weird and insane. I have to watch this movie now, but yeah, this is just a really weird design. It looks like it would absolutely fit in with all the other Gigabash things. I would have to make it a lot bigger, I think, to make it look less scrawny, unless it, I don't know. They could make it to where, like Ghidorah has the attack that's he flies and then drop kicks someone. He could, the giant claw or whatever this thing is called, could just hit square and then you grab them, or you could air grab them. That would be cool, like a vulture, not a vulture, but a hawk picking something up and taking it to their nest or something. That would be cool. I have no idea what this thing's abilities are, but I know that it will haunt my nightmares now. So, thank you to whoever commented this. Yeah. This absolutely fits with Gigabash, though, and I would actually love to see this just after looking at the design. I'm only going to talk about a few of these from this comment because it's just really long, or I might talk about all of them, just depends on how I feel. But this one I absolutely want to talk about, Jotnar from the Troll Hunter movie. This is an amazing movie, really sad at the end, honestly, and I think that this one would be actually really cool to see. It would be more of just a no real special powers, but more of a bruiser type of character. Probably no beams or anything. I mean, obviously no beams or anything, but I think this would just be a really cool creature to see in Gigabash, just because I like the movie, honestly. I think this absolutely fits with the whole, like, different kaiju for different places, because this is just a legend, a myth in the place that it's said. So, I mean, yeah, this absolutely fits in Gigabash, and I love this movie, so obviously I'm down to see this in Gigabash. I had to look up what the Mighty Peking Man was, just because it's a weird name to me. It looks like just another ape type of one. Not really anything special unless he has like really cool abilities in the movie or something. I've never seen this movie, but I mean, he looks like a normal like ape type of monster. So I mean, it would definitely fit in Gigabash, but I would still say that we're more likely to see King Kong or George from Rampage before we see any other types of ape or monkey type of looking kaiju. But this would still be pretty cool to see, especially if they did do a huge DLC pack like this dude was talking about. This is another one that I had to look up because I have never seen this movie. It's Reptilicus. This is a sea serpent, and I absolutely love sea serpents. I think they are one of the coolest like versions of kaiju out there. It kind of looks like a Chinese dragon, but also other pictures have it with wings, like it's a wyvern or wyvern or whatever, however you say it. But it looks really cool. Normal like dragon type of monster or kaiju would be really cool in Gigabash. I think we could do a full-on like European myths type of one. That would be cool. But yeah, Reptilicus. Oh my god, that was awful. Reptilicus is absolutely one that looks like it belongs in this. I don't really know what abilities it has. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it can breathe fire though. But yeah, this looks awesome. This is the first one that I had to look up that I actually already knew about. It's Gorgo. I didn't know its name or what it was from, but yeah, I knew what it looked like. This is just a normal Godzilla-looking one, I think. I don't really know. I haven't seen the movie. I just knew what it looked like for some reason. I just see it every once in a while on Facebook and stuff, but this is... This is a really cool looking one. I think this would absolutely fit in Gigabash. I don't know what its abilities are. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it has a beam or something, like Godzilla. So I mean, they would have to give it its own abilities and stuff, just so it looks less like Godzilla with its attacks and stuff. But I think this would absolutely fit. It gives me the same type of vibe as Riptor from Rugrats for some reason. I don't know. It looks cool though. Okay, I think I did end up just going through every single one of the kaiju they gave in their comment, but yeah, the next comment is just a reply to that comment. It just says, awesome list. I think I'd just add Gargantuous Twins and Monster X. I know of one of them, and I absolutely adore another one of them, so let's jump right into it. I had to look up the Gargantuous Twins. There's a reference to this in an episode of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated where two brothers dress up as basically this and fight over who gets the I think it's the rights to build a building or something because they're both construction workers or something. It's really weird, and that's the only reason that this design, like, actually I remembered it. This would be a really easy one to do. Just have two different color schemes, like full color schemes, with one being light brown and one being a green, and then you have two gargantuous twins, unless you wanted to make it to where you play both of them at the same time, which would be a really cool type of gameplay, but I don't know how they would do it. So yeah, I mean, I only knew about it because of a reference from a Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated episode, but this would be pretty cool to see, just because this movie looks awesome. And the other one that the comment mentioned was Monster X. I don't know if they're talking about Monster X as in the American release of Gamera versus Jiger, or Monster X from Final Wars. I'm gonna go ahead and guess they're talking about Final Wars because most people call Jiger and not Monster X. That was just an American release type of thing for the Gamera movie. But if you are talking about Jiger, Jiger would fit perfectly. Same thing with that I said about Anguirus, goes basically the exact same for Jiger. But Monster X is one that I would absolutely love to see. They would have to make Kaiser Ghidorah at least some part of the whole thing. Maybe the block and square could be him transforming into Kaiser Ghidorah really fast just to push everyone away and damage them a little bit. That would be really cool. But yeah, Monster X is one of my favorite kaiju in general. So I mean, the more love we can give to this guy, the better. And he would definitely fit with the whole Godzilla theme that they got going on right now. They're giving a lot of love to Godzilla, but I think full-on Final Wars type of DLC would be really cool. I don't really know who all would be in it. Obviously, Gigan and Monster X. They could give a Final War, or they could give the Godzilla that's already there a Final War skin. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, Monster X is awesome. He definitely belongs in there. And the Gargantuous twins are pretty cool, and I think could absolutely fit in Gigabash. The next comment is going to be coming from this Gigabash game community page on Facebook. All the other ones came from, the places that I said they came from, but this one comes from here. So yeah, let's jump right into this comment. This comment is all about what Ultraman series and characters should come into Gigabash. If you don't know, Gigabash already has one Ultraman DLC, and then they gave the newest DLC to Godzilla. So I mean, we're due for another Ultraman DLC at this point. But yeah, they gave 2 for each of their series. I've said it once and I'll say it again here. I've only seen the original 60s Ultraman series and a little bit of Ultraman Tiga. I've absolutely loved both of them, and I saw a little bit of the Ultraman Netflix series. But yeah, I mean, I think that I can kind of tell what these kaiju do just based off of what they look like. I'm not going to look up all of them, but I will look up the ones that seem cool. So let's start with Ultraman, which I'm guessing is the 60s series. I think it is based on Alien Zeton, or it might be the 70s series. It's either 60s or 70s series. But let's start with Alien Zeton, or Zeton, whatever it is. There are 2 versions of this one whenever I look it up. It's either this one or the one that has a weird head but looks more human, like actually wears a suit and stuff. The one that you see in the Netflix series for Ultraman, I'm pretty sure, is who it is. But yeah, this is Zeton or Zeton, I guess. I have seen this episode, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this absolutely fits. It gives off the same energy as Alien Baltan, except I'm pretty sure this one is more serious than Alien Baltan. Like, it wouldn't be jumping around laughing or anything, I don't think. I don't really remember, but I do remember the beam comes out of its little mouth thing up there. I do remember that. So, I mean, yeah, this absolutely fits. And the way that Gigabash does their monsters, like the Ultraman ones especially, is they make it look like it's just a person in a suit, which I absolutely love. And I think they could do that perfectly with this alien. The next one that the comment brings up is Ultra 7. I haven't seen this one, but this design for an Ultraman is actually really cool. I love the redesign. I think this would definitely fit, especially since we have Ultraman Tiga already. I'm going to go ahead and guess that the beam attacks and everything else are completely different from the original and Ultraman Tiga, so this looks like it would absolutely fit, and I love the design. The next one that the comment brings up is King Joe, and I was thinking that it would be like a really goofy looking enemy, like just some kaiju in a robe with a crown on. But no, this is one of the coolest looking robots I've ever seen. I don't know if it's like a mech that someone rides or just a straight up robot, but this thing looks awesome. I need this in Gigabash just for aesthetics alone. This would probably become my main. It would probably be Hedorah for my main, just because it looks really cool. It's just a really cool robot design. The next one it talks about is Ultraman Jack, but that looks really, really close to the original Ultraman, like from the 60s. Like, really close. Like, they changed a few of where the ribbons, and not the ribbons, the stripes and stuff are, but not enough for me to really just be able to guess what's different about him or be able to guess what his abilities are. I'm guessing his beams are different and stuff. I would love to see another Ultraman variation, like, of course, but this right here is what caught my attention. This is Twin Tail, and it just looks like the goofiest thing ever, but I looked it up and one of the videos just showed me him destroying one of the Ultramen. I don't know what it was, but he looks awesome, and it looks like he would be really, really fun to play as. But like I said, he looks goofy, which is good for Gigabash, because a lot of them look goofy, but they have it to where they seem intimidating enough to destroy a city and stuff. And That's what tokusatsu and kaiju movies are in general. Getting something that looks kind of goofy or super, super cool and making them seem like they are absolutely intimidating. But yeah, this thing looks like it belongs in a SpongeBob episode, but I kind of love him. Twintail is one of my favorite kaiju now. Next one the comment brings up is Ultraman Ace. This is something I can get behind. I like this. This is a cool redesign. The little fin looking thing on his forehead. The entirety of it. You can tell it's definitely a Ultraman, but it isn't going to be easily confused with the original Ultraman or any of the other ones that I've seen at least. But yeah, this is really cool. I kind of want to watch Ultraman Ace now, but yeah, this is a really cool redesign. I'm guessing that there's a lot different about this Ultraman for it to get its own DLC, but yeah, I could definitely see this getting its own DLC, or getting a spot in a DLC with the next person that also comes from this franchise, I think, based on how the comment looks. Ace Killer. I don't know what this is. Like I said, I haven't seen this series, but oh my god, this alone makes me want to watch the series. I don't know what this dude is, but he looks like a boss in a Dark Souls game. I absolutely love him. He gives off the same vibes as one of the really, really cool villains from Power Rangers, like Lord Zed or something. It looks like I don't know. It looks like it should be just a really, really cool Power Rangers villain where he goes in, wipes all the Power Rangers out, and then just leaves. I don't even know what this character is or anything, but he's called the Ace Killer, and he looks like this. This is automatically one of the coolest kaiju villains ever. I'm guessing he's a villain just based off of his name and look. But yeah, this is awesome. It belongs in Gigabash now. This would actually become my main just because of how it looks. But yeah, absolutely, it's a need in Gigabash. The last one that this comment brings up is Ultraman Taro. Yeah, we need this in the game right now. Ultraman with two horns and then the forehead thing, like spike looking thing. Yeah, haven't seen the series, already sold on it. We need this in Gigabash right now. Yeah, Birdon belongs in this right now. I didn't know what to expect whenever I looked it up. I knew it was going to be something like a bird monster or something. But this right here belongs in Gigabash right now. This is the first one that I've seen that I can absolutely say this belongs in Gigabash. This is their entire type of thing. This is just a giant rooster kaiju. This thing is awesome. This looks amazing. If we get any Ultraman DLC, like later, I need Ultraman Taro just because of this. This right here, plus me saying that the Ultraman Taro design is just really cool. I need this. Just a rooster kaiju. Put it in Gigabash right now. This is awesome. This might be one of my favorite kaiju designs just because of how goofy it is, but also, if I saw the thing running through a city, I'd be like, nope, and just drive away, because roosters are already bad enough. I mean, seriously, those things are evil. But this right here is beyond evil. There wasn't any comments on for this topic on YouTube whenever I posted the video, but there was this. I posted a poll in the community tab asking if what kaiju everyone would want in Gigabash. I said Gamera, Ava 1, Mobile Suit Gundam, Pacific Rim, or other, and just put it in the comments. 83% said Gamera, and 17% said Mobile Suit Gundam. That's kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more to say Gamera and other, but yeah, no one saying Ava 1 is kind of weird to me, just because that would be sick to see in Gigabash, but I don't know. Gamera definitely deserves to win the poll though. But yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and mention that just since this is all about what we all want. But yeah. And speaking of Gamera, since I'm done talking about all the comments, you get to hear me rant about my dream DLC in Gigabash. Okay, this is going to be less of a rant and more of a calm and collected discussion about what my dream DLC would be, because I've already ranted about this in a whole bunch of my Gigabash videos. If you want to watch any of those, they're on the channel. Go find them in my videos. I don't know. I don't know where they are exactly. You have to put work in to see them. But, yeah, this chapter would absolutely be Showa era Gamera. I would say Heisei era, but there honestly aren't... well, there are enough enemy kaiju for it, but the ones that I want are... most of them are from the Showa era. So, obviously, we're going to start with Gamera. because, you know, he's my baby boy. Perfect little, perfect turtle, you know what I'm saying? Perfect in every way. Next kaiju in this DLC will absolutely be Giron, just because, well, it's my favorite movie in the Showa era for Gamera, and it's one of my favorite kaiju in general, definitely top 3. And yeah, he's up there also for all of the reasons that Anguirus is, except Giron, I think, would have a lot more, like, cool abilities than Anguirus. I know Anguirus is way more popular than Giron, but I think that Giron, I think we can all agree that shurikens coming out of the head is kind of more flashy than anything Giron can give us, unless Giron has some crazy ability that I don't know about, which is possible. After Giron comes Gyaos. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. This is just a really cool kaiju. I think he would basically play like Ghidorah, except his beam would be cooler. Just because I don't know why, but Gyaos's beam has always been one of the coolest beams in kaiju history to me. Just because it's literally just a laser beam. I don't know why it's so cool to me, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they could do with Gyaos. This last kaiju could honestly be any kaiju from the Showa era, Jiger, or, well, I mean, literally any of the other ones. There are a whole bunch from the Showa era, but this point where I'm gonna put it is Virus, just because I think it would be a lot cooler to have something with tentacles that we've never seen, because there weirdly isn't any kaiju with tentacles or anything in Gigabash, not that I know of at least. But yeah, we have a living building, but we don't have any kaiju with tentacles. Whenever kaiju with tentacles are kind of huge, we've got the Kraken, we've got, I don't know, Virus. There's a whole bunch of them. I just can't remember them right now. Okay, but yeah, this would be really cool, and he could fly with his. He could swirl around and fly if he wanted to. I don't know. I just think this would be really cool. Virus in general is just a really cool kaiju to me. But yeah, that's my dream DLC. Tell me what your dream DLC is, and if I get enough comments telling me, I'll make a video about that after this. Okay, that's all of the comments that I got. I got a lot more than I thought I would, honestly. So, I mean, I don't know. The video's over. Comment if you want to. Like, subscribe. Tell me what kaiju or DLC you want to see, and I'll make another video like this. Maybe a part 2? Electric Boogaloo? I don't know. Just comment, like, subscribe. Video over. Good. See ya. See ya. Goodbye. See ya.